tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back for another episode of The Tailgate Show. It's Double A, it's Air Jer, it's B Diddy. Biscuits will probably be on here in a minute. Monday Night Football just ended, and
Victory
your
Monday.
Chicago
Victory Monday
Bears
still.
ended with the Patriots giving them the victory formation and walking off. Pretty fucking crazy, guys. Like a three-phase victory.
Gotta enjoy these moments, boys.
We can't, we can't understate how well the offense, showed and how well Justin at times looked. At times he was really looking comfortable.
Yeah, the offensive line gave him time.
Yeah,
it's nice. And then, of course, you lose Patrick,
but I also feel like he was trusting things a little more. Like he trusts Equanimous. He trusts even N'Keal Harry a little bit. He was decisive. He looked like he was just, when he had time, he looked like he knew what the fuck was going on. Whereas in the previous to this, most of the time, even when he has time, he doesn't know, it doesn't look like he knows what the fuck to do. Like he looks like he's about to bail or throw some fucking duck.
This wasn't like the game where you feel like, okay, we know we have our guy now, right? There were a lot of mistakes, a lot left on the field, I think. But man, this was probably, even though it's not a gaudy stat line from passing yard perspective, probably the most complete game he's played because it was probably the most consistent 4 quarters I've seen him play.
Yeah, this is his best game.
There were mistakes, but he did bounce back, and I think this is the most consistent full game he's played.
It's a low bar, but you cannot say that this was anything less than his best game as a professional quarterback. This was his best game.
I would agree.
Full game.
And
actually he's been decent on Monday Night Football, crazily enough. They showed that before the game, and it was like, well, shit, he's actually played the best he probably ever plays on Monday night. So this is a third one.
I do remember telling you guys that the Patriots do struggle with mobile quarterbacks.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That, but I mean,
you get to pat yourself on the back a lot tonight, Diddy. You don't break your arm.
You saw Mitch went around on them a long time ago. We know that. That's not, not that you're wrong, but that's not.
You picked the Bears to score 6 points tonight.
I did.
Yeah.
Why would I have done anything else?
That up.
Pick the Patriots completely fucking trolling. So please, bro, unless you have a bet slip that says that you put $500,000 on the fucking Patriots to win.
I did pick the Bears 24-14
because you were trolling us.
I took the Redskins last week.
How many points did the Patriots score?
I don't know, 14.
Exactly.
Look at you,
broken clock. Right,
I'm tied in, man. I know what the weaknesses of that organization.
You're tied in. Jesus Christ.
Hey, you had a great tweet early in the game.
What's that?
About the headset issues starting it off right out of the gate. It's like, welcome
the
to
Patriot
Foxboro.
way. Yeah, absolutely.
Always the way. They always fucking do shit like that.
Jer, I know your evaluation on Bailey Zappi. You're big on him coming out of college and everything, but I knew from watching the South San Antonio Baptist University's defense really trick him in that one game, I knew he was going to have issues tonight.
Well, good for you.
Listen, we crafted this whole idea that Belichick was going to.
Who's the better quarterback of the two?
Really?
He is better than Mac Jones.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
I thought you were talking about tonight.
No, I think Zappi in general looks like a better quarterback. The way he throws the ball, it's got a lot more zip on it. His arm is
Kyler Gordon
than Mac Jones.
On a Jer Pony busting ball scale, that interception by Kyler at the end is like, who is more perfect to pick Zappi off for Jared than
And
fucking
Kyler Gordon. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for
Oh
it.
I
shit,
love
that is
that, bro.
perfect. Poetic. That's
Oh,
fucking
it was a chef's
Oh, look at
kiss.
this.
Whoa, it's Jar Jar Binks.
Smoking that Zappy pack.
He
Hey,
rolled up
biscuits.
a Zappy.
What's up?
Kyler Gordon, out of all
bag.
people, putting the fucking nail in
Good.
his coffin.
Dude, I know Jared was sitting there like, motherfucker. That Mark
Oh, he
Cuban
wasn't.
shit
Jared was
like,
happy as shit that happened because he's a Bears
Yeah, I
fan.
am.
Y'all are making him out to be a Zappy fan.
Oh, you
don't-
know, if the Bears would have lost, we've been hearing how good Zappy is, how he scouted him
He's
since
like-
he was a freshman at Polytech U or whatever the fuck.
I mean, I'll give Jared credit. He called it, but I do secretly think Jared was in the background like, come on, Zappy, come on, Zappy. He was
No,
trying.
I was
He
not.
wanted us to dagger him. He wanted it.
I wanted to see Zappy. I told you, I'm here for it. If Zappy gets his ass whooped, I'm here for it. And he did. He looked like a rookie. He looked like a rookie.
I don't
You know
know.
what
Their
else is a nice
offensive line
part?
really kind of failed him there at those last couple drives.
The beauty of
Roquan
this is,
Smith on a blitz. Who knew that would get home?
but coming out of like a mini bye, this was sweet, man.
This
Like
was
normally we have
fucking awesome.
those long breaks and we come out looking like absolute horse shit. The last couple of years, like just enjoy this moment. Holy fuck! Like I'm shocked.
Yeah, me too.
too.
You know, man. I mean,
really
I'm
shocked.
just I was so ready for the complete Bears Greek tragedy to occur, and fuck.
But the
I
things
mean,
happen that you thought were gonna make that happen too. That's the wild part. It was a roller coaster at some points with Justin, but
Yeah, but
Take
the
it.
defense and the special teams played well enough to. Like what's crazy about those fucking guys is they're like literally the same person.
Ugh.
It looks like the same player with two different numbers.
It
It's just
does.
It's like it's like
Let's get a good look at it.
like you're on the game and you're creating your own player and you just create the most generic white guy possible.
It's so fitting for the Patriots too. Like that's
Like,
what a
he's-
Patriots quarterback should look like.
He's literally the most generic. Both of them are the most generic looking white guys that have ever been. There's nothing remarkable about them. They both should just be named Zach. Like,
Kyle.
well,
Yeah.
did you hear the announcers talking about his name? Bailey was named after some Party of Five character or something. It's like, oh my god,
That's-
bro!
we're
Like, why are we
reaching.
talking? Why are we listening to this shit?
There's gonna be in the future. They're gonna be like, oh, and he's named after a YouTuber. He's named after TikTok star. Such and such. What?
So I guess the lesson we learned is don't kick Brisker in the nuts. That's one thing that we learned today.
I didn't even know we were
know.
live. Real quick, I had
Yeah,
no,
we're
I,
fucking
no,
live.
I had no idea.
What do you mean? What? What do you mean? That's a weird. I know Brisker did get kicked in the nuts, but what does that mean? Like something different?
Don't kick him in the
Biscuits-
nuts, man. He'll take
you guys just totally-
he'll take your job. He'll steal your football.
Biscuits just found out we were live.
I had no idea. Literally no
Well,
idea.
that's. I mean, we don't. We come fucking
Coming in hot.
correct.
Damn.
You go raw dog, my friend. Raw dizzy. Oh Lord, what the hell? Oh, Jer.
You're welcome.
Jer's gonna make me come out of Twitter retirement if the fucking tweets don't improve. Good God, it's like
I don't. Yeah, I thought he was like. I didn't know.
I'm
what
gonna
was
come.
going on.
I'm gonna break my Twitter ban just to deactivate the account.
You're not allowed to do that.
What was the Deke one, Jer?
He was trying to get them to burn a timeout or possibly get them to throw a challenge flag on that catch.
Comb,
What?
comment.
Cole.
You wrote comb.
Yes,
Come.
because COME.
You wrote "come commit." I'm like,
Oh, I know the difference between coal and cum. It's
Autocorrect hit it. I'm
completely
sorry,
different
didn't it?
fucking words. Laramie. I mean, what the fuck?
And-
Everybody's
he's
a
like-
critic whenever nobody else wants to do it.
I don't live tweeting it from the show page.
It's pointless. It's pointless. Oh,
I
nobody
enjoyed
wants
the
to do
interaction. Excuse me.
For what?
Just because you can't get it from your own account.
I can't get it from my own account.
I'm fucking with you.
You guys suck. I hate you.
Oh,
I'm gonna remove myself.
oh. You know, fucking yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, out of Twitter retirement would be
No,
something.
but like I did read it, Jerry. I'm like, come Komet, come and Deke. I'm like, dude, Komet, what he did was he was
Yeah.
trying to get them to hurry up so they didn't
Come on.
throw a flag.
Come on.
He had it, though.
You
He
come
did have it,
and
but
go.
whatever, because he's
Come
sick
and
like that.
go.
I still
You
see
got to
there's
give a lot of credit to them.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Jer. No, go
No,
ahead.
you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You go
He's
ahead.
such a gentleman.
No, you.
Yeah,
No,
Jeremy,
please,
thank
sir.
you.
No,
I
go
think
ahead.
you got to give so much credit to this team coming off of a abysmal 7-point performance to Washington, coming out and actually showing some pretty decent sized changes in their offense. And then when it started to snowball, all of us in that thread were like, fuck, here it comes. And shout out to them. Defense stepped it up, shut down Zappy Mania. I think Diddy said it. What was it? Was it just a shockwave?
Yeah, Zappy's just a static shock.
Static shock. I mean, shout out to the team. They, for as much shit as we talked and I talked this past week, 27-6.
They deserved every bit of it.
100%.
They deserved every bit of the shit talk, and they came back and they showed up. Props to them, but I'm not sorry.
But you got, I think both of you should take your lips off Belichick's ring a little bit. Just saying.
Fuck
Which
outta
one?
here.
He's got 6.
Technically, he's got what?
Yeah,
8,
I like.
right? He's got 8, 2 with the Giants.
That's right.
That's true. That's true, man. I don't know. I mean, I'm giving them credit. I'm happy, but I'm not gonna fucking like, let's not start sucking.
No, I mean it's not like we're not saying that they're gonna make a playoff run here, but I mean, come on, how many weeks have we sat here and talked so much shit, and deservingly so, because they've been embarrassing. Just for one night, it feels good to give
On
them
national
credit
TV,
and say you
yeah.
played
National
great.
team.
Yeah.
Well, I was asking AA. It's like, when's the
Against
last
the Patriots.
national broadcast where the Bears looked good and won?
I can't remember last time. we scored
2018 is the only
35
time I could think
on
of
prime
against the
time.
Rams.
Oh yeah.
You know,
But even that game,
still,
even
that
that
was
game, I mean, the
13.
defense was
even
great.
that game, it was a
The
defensive game, right?
was terrible. The offense was terrible. Mitch almost ruined it.
I mean, dominating like this, it's been a while.
Oh, I wanted 40. I was like, fuck it, put 40 on them. They don't want that. They don't want that smoke. If they figure this out a little bit, we're 3-4 with the Packers now.
There was a lot left on the field too. I think point wise.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Mooney had a little separation in the end zone. St. Brown did. Like that.
Those wide receivers and tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Those wide receivers and tight ends did some fucking work today. And if you're a true Bears fan, and you know that's 3 yards in a cloud of dust sometimes, but it was 8, 9, and 10 yards in a cloud of dust today
Against a
'Cause
really
those
good
boys were-
front.
against a really good defensive front.
There were times where Judon was just dominant. I was like, "Gee, he's gonna break fields, man." Like,
Bore 'em.
Yeah, Diddy, you brought up a comment just a second ago about that pass to, I think it was Mooney in the end zone where Justin just didn't put enough touch on it. I think all of us sort of said something in the thread, and someone texted me that same thing too. So that's clearly something that's going to have to be fixed moving forward. That's not the first time he's missed something like that.
No, there
He
were a
got
lot of up and
rushed.
downs, tonight, but ultimately overcame them. Like we were saying before you got on, Biscuits, probably his most complete game as a pro, even though the stats weren't as gaudy as we'd like to see. You know,
Completely
like
agree.
consistent.
And I like what Getsy did to produce that, designed runs.
9 runs.
That really worked. I mean, he had guys open across the middle throughout the game, and I really feel like Komet's going to have a huge game coming up at one of these points.
I did think he
Is that
also
good
did
you
it.
say that?
That's the nicest thing you've ever said about Cole Kmet.
That is the nicest thing I'll ever say about Cole Kmet,
But-
because there's going to be points where he's going to be wide open.
Cole Kmet played a complete game. Cole Kmet was nasty in the trenches
Yeah,
tonight.
someone on Twitter was trying to argue with me that he's a terrible blocker. I'm like, we are not watching the same guy. It's about the one
No.
thing he's done consistently
Yeah.
well for 2 years.
That's why they motion him to lead.
Tell me you don't know what the fuck you're watching without telling me you don't know what the fuck you're watching. Like, if you think he's a terrible blocker, like, come on. The Bears are like, what, top 2 in rushing this season? But Cole Kmet, who's in on 80-90% of the offensive snaps, is a terrible blocker.
Yeah,
Please.
they don't remember Jimmy Graham.
Shut all the way
no
the fuck
shit.
up with that noise.
No
Like,
shit.
that's just somebody being a complete fucking moron.
How satisfying was it to watch them march down the field and then on the last play, punch it in the end zone and watch Kari Blasingame, a fullback, just come in and fucking level a dude and pancake his ass in the end zone? I was like, That's how you win a drive. That's attitude. That's everything the Bears have been missing for years.
I thought it was. I gotta say, I think it was whack that Pinnell got ejected.
I agree.
I
I agree with that.
Like, what the fuck? That wasn't his fault.
It's a football
Like,
play.
Yeah, and it's like that shit happens. I know they're trying to protect players, but it's like, I'm sorry, but what do you think Andrews was about to try to do to him?
Right.
Correct. It wasn't
Like-
like the Warren Sapp Chad Clifton one, if you guys remember that back in the day. It wasn't I don't think any malice behind that hit.
No, it's just a big ass dude.
If he didn't have his head turned, it
running
would have
into
probably
a big ass dude, and he it was up high, so the guy lost his footing, and whatever. You don't want anybody to get hurt, but good gracious, what do we think Andrews was going to do to him?
That shit the Patriots would have got away with.
Absolutely, and
Well,
Fields
it's like the catch on the Komet's catch. That's PI for anybody else. Not us.
Yeah.
We don't
Fields,
get
Fields
that call.
should have had like 3 roughing the passer flags or
Yeah.
more.
We didn't
Nope.
let the refs beat us. We didn't let the refs shit
Nope.
get in our way tonight.
Carlos
Again.
Santos, baby.
Carlos Santos
Automatic.
strong as hell.
Right now.
This was a unicorn of a game for us. So
It was, yeah. I mean,
not
three
perfect,
phases.
but man,
3 phases. Dante Pettis looked good catching punts. He stays there. Velas did not exist. I don't really care.
I'm
It didn't
fine with that.
bother me.
Yeah, me too.
Like Velas, I one time I can remember even seeing him was when he almost accidentally lined up like 6 inches across the line. But I was like, oh yeah, there's fucking Velas Jones.
it's almost like Papa Bear came down from the heavens tonight and just said, "I am not allowing this to happen again."
Right. Fuck
Yeah.
this.
Against my squad, like
right.
Let
but
it
even,
rain.
even divine intervention can't be complete without some fucking fumbles and a few white knuckle moments where
I
you're like,
can't-
what the fuck?
Can we talk
Like,
about Khalil
it's too
Herbert
fresh
and
to
David
like
Montgomery?
harp on it too much, though. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah, we need to talk about stuttering Ron there. He
Stuttering
he stutter steps so much that
I
he's
thought you were
losing
talking about
yards.
something
David
else.
Montgomery.
Yeah.
He needs to hit the hole. That's why Khalil's making the yards he is. He hits the hole and fucking goes,
Also,
man.
yes, but
Yeah, but
I
he
like
can
the 1-2
find the
combo
hole,
with them, though.
Pause.
True.
Montgomery has trouble finding the hole. Pause again.
sometimes,
It's a pause fest over there.
yeah, a lot of self pause over there. The fucking
Roscoe
Montgomery
Biscuit.
Montgomery also gets, I think, a unfair share of plays where the guys knife in and get him into the backfield. Like that really doesn't ever happen to Khalil Herbert, and I think it's partially because of the types of runs that
It could be.
Montgomery gets versus
Montgomery
the types
is-
of runs.
But like he
that-
does a spin move, but he really didn't have to do a spin move. He just didn't need to run into the middle
I
of
don't
his
know. It-
lineman's
it's-
back.
it's-
Montgomery,
I'm
in
not
my, in
They
my
ran
opinion,
the fuck out of the ball. They had more rushing yards at
248.
I think they had more rushing yards than the
the
Patriots,
Patriots
had
had
yards.
yards. Yep.
So
See,
I'm not gonna if you want to use that as like a platform to nitpick the running backs.
No,
like,
see,
come on,
I-
man.
Oh, I'm
I-
just saying.
I like the
Khalil Herbert is
diversity.
good. It doesn't
like-
mean David Montgomery's bad. It
I like
just
the
means
diversity
Khalil
in-
Herbert is better.
I like the diversity in both of them because I think that Monty actually sets up Khalil to do his thing because he
True.
Monty runs. He has a punishing style to his run, so
Yes, he does.
He beats up defenders. He does.
If I need 2
Then you
yards,
put Khalil with his burst. Defender's already a little bit like freaking a little bit bruised up. You know what I mean? Like that's what the effect Monty has.
if I need 2 or 3 yards in the A gap, I want Montgomery. If I want a stretch play that's gonna go fucking 50 yards, I want Herbert. They're just
That's true.
different.
But that's good to
inside
have that.
Well, I
that
think that's
difference.
what Diddy's. Yeah, I agree with
Right.
Diddy's point there. Having that one down in the red zone where he spun out and
He
should
kept
have
pushing.
Yeah, dude, that was a hell of a run.
Yes, that was insane. But this is the first time that I think that my older son Paolo has gotten like to the point where he's like understanding the game a little more and like seeing what happens and seeing what's supposed to happen and that doesn't happen. And I think this is probably the first time that he's ever watched the Bears and seen them do anything good. Like,
Right.
and we went to like a bar and grill where it was all actually full of Bears fans like watching the game, and and I think everybody, so they show up with their jerseys on, they show up with their hats on, they're ready to go. They show up, but in their heart of hearts, they're ready to just drink for 3 hours and
Hey, man. There's
pain
nothing
and-
wrong with that either,
and,
being a
like,
Bears fan. We
no,
understand.
and commiserate. You're almost there as like a to commiserate with other Bears fans. And, oh yeah, fucking what the fuck.
There won't be a lot of people at work tomorrow in Chicago.
What?
Very
Because you probably
much
start
so.
drinking early thinking it was going to go to shit, right? And then once they start winning, you've already started drinking, so you're going to keep
You're
going
full
to
party
celebrate.
mode.
But yeah, it's going to be rough in the city.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but thing is, yeah, people in Chicago definitely don't stay home. They go to work, drunk or not.
There you go.
They show the fuck up. Anyway, I think both the running backs, I'm gonna have a hard time criticizing either of them very much. I
Boy,
just think
third downs, too.
we're lucky to have them both. We have two fucking good running backs that do good things. Yes, you could nitpick Montgomery sometimes. I think what Troy Aikman said about Ebner sort of in the end, was true. And actually, you know what? Like, shout out to Buck and Aikman because
Way
I
better
thought
than
they were really
Collinsworth.
good, and I thought that
Way better.
I think they did a lot of good research, and they actually had a lot of good things to say, and it wasn't just like gratuitous, lazy shit. Like they actually watched this team, and I think it was because they did a preseason game, right? Didn't Buck and Aikman do a preseason game this year or something?
I think so, maybe.
With the Bears.
Well, to go to your point about the yardage, Patriots 260 total, Bears rushing 243.
Oof.
Yeah, but at
That's
one point they were ahead. The Bears rushing attack was ahead
Yeah.
of them.
But point is that's taking them to Pound Town, boys and girls.
It's complimentary fucking football as fuck. I mean, that's all I know. Like the defense was kicking ass and the offense was keeping the ball and moving the chains, and Justin Fields had at least 4, possibly 5 first downs with his legs. And they were
Belichick, bro.
He only had one pass where it could have been picked. It was like, ooh, maybe you should have thrown that. Other than that, he took his chances in the pass.
I think he immediately went to the receiver on that, too, after that play. I think if you saw it. Yeah, he immediately went to him. I don't know if he's
weird little broken screen that like
the pump fake sidearm little throw to
that
Herbert
was-
for the touchdown.
that was sick.
Too.
Then he
No, the
got-
one it
then he got
was right after Mac Jones
pounded.
had thrown the pick.
Yeah,
And
it was to
next
Mooney.
year's- Yeah.
I will say this: like, we finally have a coaching staff that can like actually go toe to toe with the likes of a coach like Belichick. Now, I'm not crowning them, right? But actually out coach a guy like that is pretty fucking impressive because what we've seen the last couple of years here, that they were getting out coached like a motherfucker. Like we did legitimately see a great coach that our coach stood toe to toe with.
That's a good
I
point.
think
Today.
I think also they got the Bears were the tougher, more physical team all around.
Yes, we beat
Like-
them up.
Like
More
I mean,
disciplined,
both their safeties were hurt by the Bears. Like Andrews got hurt. There was another guy that left. I mean, the Bears were playing physical, but in between the whistles.
Yep.
No, they
and that's what they
clotheslined one
want.
guy on the kickoff return.
That
Was his
that's
name
what they
Blackwell
get
come
on.
down?
Dude,
Blackwell come
Blackwell's
down
a
to-
stud.
Yeah, he's
Blackwell
having-
is a fucking special teams demon right now. He is everywhere. He's like it's like 39. And I keep thinking it's Eddie Jackson for some reason because he's got his own number, And I'm like,
50s. Who's 50 then?
50 is Jack Bartholomew.
No, 57 is Sanborn.
Oh, who is 50? I was ready.
He's the one that had the clothesline.
Oh,
It was
okay.
Bertol.
Anyway, Blackwell's a demon regardless.
Yes.
And, Carlos, don't call me Cairo Santos, is
Damn right.
fucking solid as a rock. And Trenton, fucking the leg Gill. is-
2 times. Got to see him twice.
Only had 2 punts tonight. He didn't. He took the punts when they came to him, punted
Yep.
them well.
Yep.
Did his job tonight. That's what he
Trying
does.
to-
Roquan played his ass off. Brisker
Roquan
showed
played
a
his
ton of
ass
heart.
off.
I
Had a
mean, he got
pick
his
and
freaking Brisker got his nuts kicked into his
Dominique
abdomen.
Robinson showed up.
dude, that catch,
That Brisker pick, yeah,
that
that
Brisker picks
was
fucking full extension. And he brings it in.
And
That's
fuck
so
Mac
sick.
Jones. He's done that shit before where he slides and then brings his leg up to kick somebody.
Yep.
He's a bitch, man.
I agree.
Mac Jones is like he's like if the T1000 was a quarterback. You know what I mean? Like it's just like who the fuck?
Well,
is
you know
this?
what?
That's disrespectful to the T1000.
You
Come
remember-
on, that,
you
that
remember-
hurts my soul, man.
T1000 was a dick. The T1000 might be the most like petty enemy that's ever been on a fucking
And he was a great one, great villain, man.
great
Not to-
villain. but don't
not
you
to
think-
get
anyway.
not to get on a topic to harp on too much, but like the Mac Jones shit that got exposed before the draft, the pictures he took, the political fucking fucked up shit, right? I'm not gonna touch on it too much.
He's completely out on that, but whatever.
But whatever. Seeing that shit, like the way he was always that. You can always tell he was that kid that always like got the edge because of his daddy. Just the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like everything was kind of like handed to him.
So rich, spoiled frat boy.
He just has that vibe, man. So like, and then he pulls that shit where he's like trying to like take guys out. Like,
Right.
he's just a bitch.
50 is Sterling Weatherford, by the way, and he's
Obviously.
flashing.
Bears
he's
legend,
flashing.
Sterling Weatherford.
He's flashing on special teams.
You know, I mean, Sterling Silver with the
Fuck yeah!
silver.
I was trying to figure out who that number was. Drove me nuts. So there you go.
Mike Singletary.
Wait, we have a guy on our team named Sterling Silver?
Sterling Weatherford.
Weatherford.
And Sterling Weatherford
gonna
has
say,
come
yeah.
up with another gem of a special teams tackle. Sterling Weatherford.
Sounds like he plays cribbage or something, right?
Sterling Weatherford across the middle. Sterling Weatherford down the stretch. Sterling Weatherford with another tackle. Oh, Sterling, you.
It's just nice to feel good after a game for once. God.
Is it fool's gold?
Who gives a
Ultimately,
fuck?
for this
I
season,
think this
yes.
is repeatable.
Who cares?
I mean, who cares? Did he?
We're not saying they're making the playoffs.
you
Just
think
enjoy
they-
it. Let it.
No,
Let it.
correct.
Let it
That's what I was saying earlier. I agree with Diddy.
I'm
I
asking
wanna
the
do
question:
it.
can they build on this?
Sure.
Is
This is repeatable, yes.
Okay, I didn't say it wasn't. You know, I'm just asking the question.
No, it's gold. It's gold as fuck. Like, just enjoy it. It's a big block of gold. Just.
But
I
enjoy
think there's
it,
positives
right?
to take away. Justin had his best game. Hopefully, that gives him some confidence to build further upon that. This coaching
build on
staff
it?
maybe gives them a little bit of more floosh juice in their step. I think Diddy's right. No one's talking playoffs, but yeah, they can definitely build upon this
Playoffs?
and playoffs. They can definitely
Talk
build
about
upon it. Though.
playoffs.
Sure.
I'm looking at the season from this perspective. Like Justin's development is the most important thing. A game like this is yes a stepping stone in his development, in my opinion. That's a win. That's not fool's gold to me. That's important for next season. Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking.
Yeah,
fucking
that
playoffs.
flip to Herbert, that's a big boy play. No denying it. That's the bit. It's not a very long pass, but that's a big boy play that most quarterbacks can't make. He
Every
can make those
fucking
plays.
run that he had to get a first
Yes.
down on third down was serious shit.
Agreed.
Like serious, like Lamar Jackson, fucking Michael Vick, fucking Steve Young making plays like this. Like that was big shit. And it's not like the Patriots have no players on defense. They have fucking players on that defense.
Matthew Judon, come on down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love what Getsy did. He said, okay, Judon, you're going to stay on our right side. We're going to run left.
Larry
We're still
Borum,
left.
I gotta say, bro, you got worked. I mean, Judon's good, but damn, Larry Borum got worked.
That's one criticism though that I'll give this coaching staff tonight is they just refuse to put in like a tight end or anybody to chip on that side. They did it for Braxton Jones a few times, but
Not
didn't really
much.
do it for Larry.
I don't,
Not
you know,
much.
I don't know why. Like, what is this Wesco dude even here for? Like, let's go 3 tight ends. Fuck it. I want to see some 3 tight. They'll bring in another guard before they bring a 3rd tight end in. It's weird. Like, or
gotta
another
balance
tackle.
that,
They'll
though.
bring Reef in and go 6
You want to
offensive
spread.
linemen.
You want to spread shit out though sometimes too. You don't want to keep
You
everything.
got to have
in.
the threat to pass.
I
Gotta have
didn't
that
like
threat.
when they had the lead and they passed on first down. That pissed me off. They
Mhm.
they
Why
had
did-
like a 9-point lead, and then they try a kind of a long pass play on first down.
Yeah,
and
but
it's
first
just
down, first down is like a quarterback friendly down to throw.
I understand, but it just they had the lead. Like they didn't need to do that at that time, and
Keep it
and
going.
the defense bailed them out. But it was just
Like the
almost-
third down. It was like the third down run where it's like, oh, we're just going to kick a field goal, but it's still a long field goal. You know,
And
I
there
didn't
was
mind
it was a
on
50-yard
third
field
down.
goal.
I agree with Jerry. I didn't like that play call at all,
But
especially
Go
when
for
they
the
were
field goal.
successful
It's a
on
nitpick.
third down all night.
It's a nitpick.
Yeah.
That was.
I don't mind throwing on first down when we have the lead because we complain about so many times that they don't keep their foot on the pedal. Like so,
I
the
don't know
attempt
that
of
their
it, if it
foot was.
doesn't,
Yeah, I feel like they were playing a very like ball control game to that
when
point.
they
I
got
don't-
down, for close to the end zone, they didn't want to. They wanted to just get points. Yeah.
I just that point in the game was one of the few times I had a problem with the play calling. I had a problem with the play calling right there. It just felt like that wasn't the time to like, there was no signs of anybody being open deep except for the one throw to the end zone where Fields kind of sailed it. Nobody was getting open deep, like
Define deep, because then
25 yards.
St. Brown was open too, so was
I was gonna say
Mooney.
Justin had I think 3 completions of 20+ yards tonight.
Hey, Brown had himself a game, man. He sprung that end around
I mean,
for Pettis.
I will also say this about N'Keal Harry. He's big enough and looks the part enough that defenses have to at least account for him. You know what I mean? Like
He's the second tight end.
More so than like, these bums who we just cut, like Marset and whoever the fuck.
Sure.
Like he's, N'Keal Harry, like people know him. He's a known quantity. If you fucking don't pay attention to him, he can definitely hurt you.
He's
So
he's kind of a big deal.
No, he's not a big deal, but at least he's like somebody that the defense actually has to be like, hey, watch out for 8, because he can, and I don't know. I mean, I think that they showed a good connection tonight, at least on that one throw over the middle. That was one of Justin's better throws on the year.
Yeah.
Like just with conviction, stepping into it right in the fucking breadbasket with zip on it in a fairly tight window, not a super tight window, but a fairly tight window.
BK the chat wants to join in the fun. BK being shadow banned by these amazingly handsome and great gentlemen. I agree, BK. I agree.
What? Shadow band? I
He
don't
called
know.
us dictators.
Dictators.
But not like the dictator, like an actual dictator.
Thanks for reading that. Good
All
stuff.
Appreciate that narration.
It definitely needed to be read.
Listen, I'm just trying to get everybody in the chat who's just typing away. I'm trying to get them involved.
Typing away.
I'm trying to get them in the celebration of this game.
That's it. Hey, BK, congrats on winning the chat.
He's excited. He's talking Super Bowl.
Sorry, I'm not Braggs. Remember that one time? Anyway. So what else did you find to be repeatable, or did you feel like, okay, we have locked something? Was there anything else? Obviously, Fields, I feel like the running game, we talked a little bit about Komet. Is there anything else that you saw and you were like, okay, that needed to happen. We needed to see that, and look, it happened.
Like I said, the running game on the outside with the receivers and the tight ends, I think that's repeatable. I think you can catch teams sleeping across the middle. That's why I said I get the feeling very soon that if Justin can unlock his eyes off of 11 and look towards the middle of the field, there's going to be guys open on that little rollout that he does where they run a flag over and a guy across, and there's one that kind of stands in the middle. He hasn't been hitting that guy.
I'm not sure what. Can I just say that I don't really totally get what they're doing with Mooney? Like, it kind of feels like Mooney's a decoy a lot,
which I'm fine with.
Or maybe it's just the progression. But
I mean,
it's
who else is gonna beat you deep though? I mean, he's the one consistent threat that they have.
I mean, I guess it's hard to say because of the protection issues, and he's really out there in patterns with 1.5 other guys sometimes.
Right.
I mean, there are times where they're in 2 tight ends, set 2 tight end, 2 wide receivers, a lot. They're in that formation a lot. So I don't know what they can do with him per se.
You got to respect Mooney's speed, so that having him out there as a decoy is still helpful as shit.
I mean, I don't know if you have to. I mean, I think you have to respect Mooney to some degree. I'm just not sure that anybody's like really paying extra attention to Mooney.
You don't let him
see
slide
that?
behind. You try not letting a guy like that get behind you.
Yeah, I just would like a little more creativity with him. I'd like to see him on a drag route. I'd like to see him,
They're
you
putting him in
know,
the slot.
what's he doing in the slot? I don't
He had
see
he had
him.
a pretty big catch tonight, I thought.
He did. I think they could do more with him. That's all I'm saying. They're doing a lot of creative things with a lot of other people, and it feels like Mooney's just kind of out there to grab attention and facilitate this shit that they're running for, Velas and Pettis, and it's like, I don't know. I just feel like they're moving Mooney all around, and I don't know how creative they're really being with him.
I think there's something to AA's point. I mean, granted, I'm not trying to make the comparison, but the Vikings do a really, really good job getting.
He took the picture off but didn't mute.
I think the Vikings do a really good job of getting Justin Jefferson involved in a lot of favorable one-on-one matchups when they see man coverage. And I know Mooney is not Justin Jefferson, but I think AA's right. I think there could be a little bit more creativity there to get Mooney, again, in more one-on-ones, because he will win those.
So, back to your question about like what surprised us. Like for me, the thing that I didn't expect was Patrick to actually finally be in a center.
And then he fucking got hurt.
And it lasted
Patrick and then Schofield.
Lasted like one drive.
But it looked smooth as shit when he was in. I'm like, okay. And but then
Schofield can hang around too, can't he?
Shit.
Schofield looked pretty decent.
It wasn't bad on first watch.
Yeah, I haven't dove into
He didn't stand out. I will say that I don't think Musafir came in and played badly once he was in either. The only person I saw consistently having problems on the offensive line was Borum getting beat by Judon, and that's going to happen. I do think they, like we already said, Biscuits, you already said, it would have been nice to see somebody chip a little bit on him, but whatever, it's nitpicking. I think the offensive line looked pretty good, played pretty good. And you're right. With Patrick, they were noticeably better, noticeably more cohesive. And Schofield at guard, definitely didn't.
Yeah, he had pockets, man. The first half, Justin had good pockets to stand in.
And he kept his eyes
downfield. And he got chunks.
He kept his eyes downfield. He moved up. He slid a little bit. He rolled out. He threw on the run. He had a really nice throw, rolling to his left, throwing back across his body, not to the same side of the field, but he had a nice little throw there. And I don't think they really kind of remarked about how nice it was. He just looked more.
The one he ripped to Mooney across the middle was really nice too.
He was playing football. I mean, sure, you don't want him to strip himself with his knee. I mean, he had 2 unforced fumbles tonight.
Yeah,
like
he's getting lucky.
They got them both back, but like 2 completely unforced fumbles. Like it's like, oh, bro, maybe you should start wearing 2 gloves or some shit. Like
it was an up and down performance, but like his speed can just erase
a lot of mistakes. Yeah. I mean, is that speed?
There's a lot of mistakes, and we won by 19.
And I'm saying his speed erases a lot of mistakes. His speed is an equalizer.
Yeah, but if we get a fully complete game at quarterback from him, this is what he does when mistakes are being made. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
and I think it's a good idea.
We converted what, a 3rd and 20 with his legs.
Telling you what, when he scored, the cornerback for the Patriots, Jones, he wanted nothing to do with Fields at the goal line. He was like, "Nah, you good, bro. Like you in there." Like he was not even about to try to stop Fields, because when he comes on that quarterback power off tackle, like it's pretty serious, like most of the time he's running off a spin and he's crazy fast, but when he actually just like commits and starts going downhill, like it's something defense has got to think about. Linebacker don't want to really mess with Fields, like that. And luckily he's sliding, but and I think that's smart too, because players have to be conscious of the fact that quarterbacks are going to slide at any point.
Right.
So they naturally are giving quarterbacks more space because they're always thinking, oh, shit, he's going to slide. I can't,
And shout out to our guys for not taking a cheap shot on the quarterback. Instead, the cheap shot came from the quarterback.
Yeah, like I said, they hit hard, they played hard, they were dominant, physical, but between the whistles, like
Robert Quinn made a huge impact on this game early and often. Getting what he got first drive, he had 2 penalties on 77.
yes,
one was negated.
And the Bears got some fucking calls like that. Like I've never seen the Patriots get flagged so much, like especially against us. They always are like almost Packer like with the refs.
Yeah. My thing for AA's, what we needed to see tonight was the rush defense out of this front seven, a unit that has struggled pretty much all year. Patriots from Ramondre Stevenson and Damian Harris is a really good 1-2 punch, and they limited
Damian Harris
him.
even play?
He had 2 or 3 carries. They combined, they went for 14 carries for 47 yards. That's a really good performance out of this front.
You could have told me Damian Harris didn't play, and I'd have believed you because I don't remember his name getting called at all.
Yeah, he had 2 or 3 carries. That was it.
Right, but it's like and Ramondre Harris is no slouch. Like they
had the answers today.
Yeah,
4 turnovers on defense.
Now is that repeatable? I don't know.
Yes, I think the way that they
played
not
as bad as Cleveland.
It's definitely repeatable.
You're not
on defense. Sure, you're not going to get all those turnovers all the time, but I think
just little shots by you in it every day. Every little shot you can dig in, Daddy.
I think.
That's what I found out tonight, right?
Yeah. What did you find out?
We're not as bad as Cleveland. Everybody was on like, oh, Zappy just arrived. Oh.
Yeah, people were fucking all Zappy happy.
They were chanting his name tonight.
Zappy. Yeah, and then those motherfuckers got silenced.
I ain't gonna lie though, he had me shook for about a good 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, his first 2 drives were like touchdowns. Yeah, like what the fuck?
He can throw the fucking rock, no doubt.
But Diddy said it though too. Like how open was shit for him? Like on that. Granted, the Parker catch was a really nice catch and throw, but the other one, the touchdown. There was nobody within 10 yards.
There was some confusion there. Yeah, he crossed over. Jalen didn't stick with him, and nobody picked him up. Like he was wide fucking open.
He just pushes the envelope. He just pushes more. Like Mac Jones, everything. Mac Jones is fucking Chad Pennington. I said it before. I'll say it again. He's fucking Chad Pennington. He's okay, but the ball is so slow with Mac Jones. It's like you could count the spins on the fucking ball. Like it's just like
oh yeah, he doesn't have the freaking 5-star recruits around him everywhere like in Bama, man.
He would throw to Jalen Waddle for 6 yards, and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, Bama's more loaded than Ohio State, though. To be honest,
true.
It's one in one
position.
I know, but I think right now you have to give it to Alabama because their guys are coming in the league and dominating. Ohio State's guys are not.
Chris Olave would like to have a word with you.
I know the Saints.
Who's dominating right now?
The Saints draft Ohio State more than anybody, and they fucking. Right now Olave and Werner look fucking great.
Yeah, but who's dominating right now at quarterback for Bama? Like really, truly dominating.
Not dominating, but Tua's having a better season this year, but not dominating. Yeah.
I'm just saying you've had guys.
You've had Jalen. I guess.
No, you can't give Bama credit for him. Fuck that.
You've had Julio Jones. You've had, you've had guys who became, who are like.
Bama let Hurts walk, so I'm not even talking about.
But I'm just saying, can you really say that about Ohio State offensive players? That there's a guy on the par with a Julio Jones, like
no.
Right.
No.
Even like some of these other guys, Mark Ingram and some of these guys are still.
Didn't Julio go to Georgia though?
No.
Julio went to
Alabama.
Yeah.
Did
Bama.
he?
Yes.
Yeah. He was a track star basically.
Yeah.
Then he learned how to catch.
I'm just saying, Ohio State has the defensive guys, and they get their offensive guys drafted, but they don't really. Their offensive guys don't really do much in the league.
Mac didn't have him though.
AJ,
I know what you're saying.
Georgia.
Who?
They always have the best offensive players in the country.
Yeah, hell yeah, they do. I just think they end up.
Mac had Najee. Fucking, there was like Ruggs was there, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like they have their backups are fucking blue chips guys. Like, it's bananas.
Another
Yeah,
minor criticism from tonight, and something that AA pointed out is, again, there was a couple times with Mac Jones that this defense, really lost contain on those quarterback
Oh, they
runs.
Rough.
didn't respect his running.
No.
Well, you just give him a 15-yard cushion. Like, what the fuck? I mean, and that's the one thing I do think that the ends they just over pursue.
he's probably never run that much in his life.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, he runs like fucking Bernie Kosar on fucking Quaaludes. But he had, the Bears made him look fast.
Well, one, it was wide open in the middle when both linebackers, Roquan and the other guy, just completely went out in coverage to the flats.
Right, and our defensive ends just crash. That's all they fucking do. At least they started getting their hands up, and that was making plays. But you can't just, crash because it's like they'll do that on purpose. They know the middle's going to open up like that.
It was good to see Dominic Robinson doing his damn thing too.
Yes, the football.
He's definitely disappeared the last 3 games prior. Like, it's been like, what happened to that guy?
Right.
So it was nice to see him step up. I mean,
Always good to see the young talent stepping up, because that's
Justin Jones got a fumble recovery, right?
I guess that's ultimately what I'm excited about. AA. So a lot of
Yeah.
young guys that contributed fucking big time. Our 2 rookies both had picks tonight.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Nobody thought they were going to win this game. Nobody.
No, Adam Schefter was busy gargling the nuts of the Patriots the whole fucking pregame.
So much
they're going to win. He's going to be this. He's going to be that.
ESPN has so much content that they have to throw in the trash.
It's so
they made so much Belichick passes Hallis content that they didn't even get to play. I guarantee you that some producer and fucking content creators for them are so salty that that's just got to go in the trash. You can't use
it. Hate to see it.
That Dave Montgomery piece though was pretty cool. Shout out David Montgomery for being just a good human being.
Yeah, I still don't want to give him a contract, but definitely.
No, neither do I. But I mean, Jesus, God damn!
You ain't fucking plucking at my heartstrings, my guy. You could go be good somewhere else.
Go to the game, boys.
Tofu.
Did it work?
I didn't use it. No, I didn't use it.
I'm going with Justin Fields, man.
Oh, solid choice.
It is his most complete game as a pro. Like I said, not the stat line we would like to see as far as like we know we have that dude. You know what I mean? But like he was big. He came up big tonight. He really did.
And it matches the words of Ryan Poles that he said today. So the stat lines maybe not have been there, but the evaluation has been, and he keeps improving.
Poles may have said that. That is the biggest fucking lie of all time.
But then Poles went on to say,
game finally. But I'm not fucking buying that he's made any improvements over the fucking first 6 games of this season. Like incremental at best. Like that's just fucking fluff job by him.
Poles also said he also said that he was fine with not adding any offensive linemen or more wide receiver talent in the same interview. So let's.
I told you. I just said that statement matched what he said.
I agree. I just think that statement is like you can't believe that.
Yeah, he's a company man. I would just say that. Like,
hey, he's a company man that actually talks instead of the other fucking.
He's reading off the cue cards, bro. He just delivers it nicer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jerry, you know what it is? You're listening to an offensive lineman talk to you, and it's
soothing.
Today was an offensive lineman's wet dream.
No, what I'm saying, Poles is an offensive lineman. Jerry, he knows how to get to your heart.
The trenches on him.
Yep.
Fucking.
Is that Bruce?
My go to the game.
No, that's the trenches.
My go to the game is Roquan Boats and Hosequan motherfucking Smith.
Sunflowers.
Played his ass off.
Yep.
Played his ass off. Like all of a sudden, that 77 tackles and probably more after that stat came up and leading the NFL in tackles looks pretty fucking good.
I don't know why it has, dude. Whatever. Okay.
Because you know why. We talked
He's
about
a
it.
Boss,
you don't know why. He's I. He ain't a boss. He's I. He played like a boss tonight.
Tonight he played like a boss. First time this year. He played like a boss
tonight.
Because the defensive line kept him clean.
Okay, fine.
Whatever.
That's what I've been saying, man. Like, you let him do his thing, yeah. This is what happens.
Yeah, bro. He played his ass off, and he's, he played, and I was joking around like, the heart and soul, people, but fucking hey, you know what? Like when he looks like this, like shit looks a whole lot better.
Well, I'm gonna take Jaquan Brisker because that pick turned the whole game around. They had momentum. Brisker they didn't have momentum. It just kept us and gave us more momentum.
Right. But it looked like momentum was like gonna turn.
No, we were up 10-0. Or we were up 7-0, and then Jones. Yeah, you're right. Jones went and slid, kicked him the balls, came out a couple plays later, makes the pick. We go up 10-0. Big baller moves. The kid keeps playing hard, run and in pass. Gotta love it.
Tone setter.
Yeah. And I could have taken Carlos, but I'm gonna leave that for
Well,
you.
I was gonna say because Diddy took Justin, well deserved. My second choice was gonna be Roquan. Again, good choice, AA. And Brisker was gonna be my third. So if I can't give it to Trenton Gill this week, I am going to give it to Cairo Santos, 4 for 4, including a 51-yarder.
50-51. And it's wet.
After I'm not even going to say it, but after that shit in 2018, it's nice that we can just sit back and know that he is automatic. Pretty much.
Who's that?
He's money.
Who's holding right now? Is it Gill?
Yeah,
is
Gill.
The holder?
Yeah, he's really Trenton Gill's holding, and he's holding very, very well. Lace is always out. It's just a work of art. Hang it in the Louvre.
Oh, throw some fruit on it. Boom.
Wow. What a day.
He blocked DK for 5 minutes.
Time out, motherfucker.
Oh, bro, he's yeah. Anyway,
all right, fellow chatters in the chat section. DK, we're back in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I just looked over at it for the first time all night. I'm like, man.
Yeah. Anyway,
you know what I mean? Like after a while, it's just like I really haven't paid attention.
The 5-minute major. Go to the penalty box, son.
It's just weird.
That's what happens. You try and deke somebody, BK. You get that 5-minute ban.
That come commit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hear it. That's all right.
Why do we even go live? We just enjoy talking to ourselves.
That finger tweets McGee over here.
He needs a bigger
Jared's actually
board.
He's slow playing you, AA. He's doing this on purpose to get you back to Twitter running the show account. It's actually low-key genius. Shout out Tony.
I'll just delete the fucking account. Like,
jeez.
No, I mean it's I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is anymore with that.
So dumb.
I don't think the tweets are that bad.
It's a waste of time.
I just didn't get the hockey reference, to be honest, and the commit thing. That was good.
Because it was a typo. My autocorrected it to come.
Can we talk about Twitter polls?
Get out of here.
Here's how about
ass autocorrect doesn't know that coal is a word.
We can all share but we can all share the freaking videos and the links and all that shit from our own personal pages and just delete the fucking show page.
It's true.
I'm just saying, like, build up.
You're no fun.
The show page is
you are no fun at all.
The show page
it's not like you do anything with it. Just relax.
The show page has had some legendary moments.
It's not like anything's being done with it currently.
Yeah, you trying to send the show page off to the funeral, man.
Anyway, Bears fucking win. Defense balled out. Lots of turnovers. Run game was sick. Justin looked much improved. The coaching staff played well. The kicking game worked well. The return game was going good. Even Trenton Gill got 2 punts. I mean, other than a couple little what the fucks, fucking complete game. Didn't expect it. I mean, come on. You gotta feel good about that. That's all you get, happiness is fleeting as a Bears fan.
Just enjoy this one game. I'm not. Yeah, you don't have to say that we're back or we've arrived. Just
but everybody will, and that's fine.
No, but I think it'd be bad. It wouldn't be wrong to say that there are positives that you can take and you can actually use going forward if this line can do what it did.
If they beat the Cowboys, which I think they can, I'm worried that Micah Parsons is going to go off. But if they can,
I'm definitely worried
You
about that.
better chip somebody on
if
that.
they get, they better like put 2 guys on him at all times. Like
Sadly, Dallas looks like they've learned how to run the football again, which could be a problem.
Dallas is a solid team, guys. If they somehow beat Dallas, in Dallas,
all bets are off.
Going to the Super Bowl.
We're getting the back together, boys.
No, I think Diddy said it best earlier, though. It's nice to see, win or lose, the young, essential building block pieces playing well, which that's
what the season's about.
Correct.
To me. So
Yeah, you can point guys out now that are going to make this team. It's good.
that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
Shout out to the Commanders, by the way, and Taylor Heineke for taking down the Packers. That was also beautiful. This is actually a really decent week of football for once. I'm not punching up. I get it. We still
Not
suck,
anymore. We're even,
but that
pal.
was nice.
We're
It was
3-4.
nice to see the Commanders beat the Packers and pretty handily. It was nice.
I wish we were like dominating in first place while this was starting to happen.
True.
It feels a little sweeter, but
It's a little bittersweet. That's true.
True that. So we got Dallas next. You guys want to make it? Oh, do we want to throw shade?
to play off that biscuits, though, I'm not gonna lie. Sunday night, I'm probably gonna dim the lights, light a couple candles, and break out the Jergens to watch Buffalo fucking annihilate them on national TV. That would be
It's
pretty
going
fucking
to be
sweet,
a
wouldn't
boat
it?
racing. It's
Annihilate
gonna be-
Right. I want to see the fucking meltdown on national TV. That's the kiss. That's the fucking cherry on my Sunday. So
well said. I completely agree.
go Bills.
Go Bills.
Sorry, Jerry, what were you saying, buddy?
Miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Nice.
For a second, I was like, someone have like a police scanner on in the background or something?
That's how shit's gonna be if we beat the Cowboys, brother.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be
for sure.
We're gonna be obnoxious.
If we get some more money from doing this, we could actually put those drops into the pot and have them ready to go.
We can do it without that. I just don't give that big of a fuck.
I know, I'm joking, man.
Yeah.
Get a
Shade-
real producer
shade
in the
anybody?
background and shit.
Imagine,
What?
yeah.
Shade
Shady
before
anybody?
we try to pick the Dallas game.
I mean, I'm gonna throw shade at fucking Belichick. Because you got punked, my guy. You're fucking old, and you got a couple of weird, like, robot quarterbacks that are like clones of each other, and you got a expensive ass defense. And we came in your house and bitch slapped chaw.
That feels really good to hear and say.
It does feel really good.
We bitch slapped Bill Belichick. Like,
No, they
I
bitch slapped
did not have
Patriots.
that on my life bingo card.
First-
I'm-
First time in 20 years, my friends.
Bitch slapped the Patriots for real, on God. No cap.
crazy.
No cap.
For real.
For real, my guy.
Tofu.
Very nice.
Tofu up in this motherfucker. They hit that tofu on that Bill Belichick. Who's next? Shade, throw it.
I was gonna throw shade at the chat, but I'm not even throwing shade tonight. I'm
It's,
enjoying it.
we
I'm just
swapped
enjoying
it
this.
with
time.
It's gone.
Yeah. That's I finished this band's longer than 5 minutes. My shade's weird, but just real quick, fuck you, Fire TV, because I log in with my credentials and it just keeps rerouting me back to the fucking login page. So Fire TV, step your game up, Jeff Bezos.
But you're mad at Bezos for this, even though you hacked his shit and he
Yeah.
allowed you to hack it. That's the whole beauty of the fire card, right?
But I mean, technically yes, but
Fire
this
stick.
application that I was using actually wasn't the hacked portion. This was the legal portion that I was
Your
using.
fire stick looks
Oh,
like.
now you want to be legit after you hacked this shit.
Hey, I mean, let me
Your fire
watch my
stick
games.
looks like the Iron Man that Tony Stark built in the cave. Like, it's like,
Right.
Fucking Tony Stark built this in a cave. Your fucking fire stick's so hacked, bro.
I had to
Like,
watch it on my computer. So shout out, Fire TV.
You said
Thank you for
so
that.
My shade is for ESPN. Suck it. Take all your little GIFs and all your little memes and all your little pictures and all your guys picking the Patriots and all this shit and shove it right up your ass.
Well, it's not just
Enjoy
ESPN.
that.
I think everybody did everywhere.
No, they were talking about the bets, and the 62% of the people had the Bears to win outright.
Barstool
Chicago. Barstool Chicago throwing serious shade at Portnoy.
Love it. Love it.
Serious shade at Portnoy. Split out.
33-14. I'm
God, we
One
could have
bitch,
scored
everybody
50
knows.
though.
One bitch. Everybody knows the rules.
one bitch. Yeah, screw you, man. Your pizza gave me the runs. One bite frozen.
Imagine buying Dave Portnoy's pizza. Like, you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
with that.
I deserve that one for sure.
I guess we already kind of somewhat previewed Dallas.
Somewhat preview. I'm not on to Dallas yet, man. Damn.
All of my
Receiver,
is
please.
young David Letterman now. Shout out AA for that. BK out of the penalty box. Out of
Comes out swinging.
He's back.
Why for fighting?
Oh, score prediction.
He's back to fucking
Score
continuous
predictions.
one
You motherfuckers are on the Dallas already? Like, I don't know.
Well, it's the only time we're going to do it. We're not going to talk anymore.
gives us
I
fuck? Nobody
figured
pays
you would be
attention to our
happy that
predictions.
we're
You do.
Whoa.
Yeah, they got
Keep it on track.
they got sound special teams unit.
That's great.
You got Houston Carson. He's a solid player. He's been a solid player in this league for a long time.
Yeah, that monologue was like 8 minutes long that he did.
You know why he does that, right?
He does
every filibuster because he has to be up there for 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
If he basically filibusters to avoid having to answer questions because he has to do like an 11-minute, somewhere between 15 and 10 minutes. I don't know. Visitors fucking presser for the visiting press. So he does it all the time. I don't know why everybody was tripping on that. Like, he literally reads the Bears media guide up there.
You listened to the last episode of Take the North podcast. I think Weeder said it best. Like, you remember when they were
always, but go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, shout out. Best podcast on the beat right there, Take the North. They were talking about last time his press conference, he was shouting out Trubisky and those two throws that he had to Gabriel. Not many quarterbacks can make those throws. And
yes, he just goes on a filibuster. It's a straight up filibuster. It's like old school politics.
Well, it's kind of like what we used to do when we first started. Like, so what do you think about the San Francisco linebacker? Oh, I really like this guy because he really pops off the tape. And
Belichick was talking about Blackwell, and he was talking about Dane Crookshank.
You know what?
Did that deep dive?
Blackwell flashed.
Hey, don't fuck with Blackwell.
Yeah, he didn't talk about Sterling Silver, Stonewall.
Jackson
Weatherford.
He had, dude, that clothesline was a thing of beauty.
Sterling Weatherford.
Dude stayed down for a minute, too. He was done.
Yeah, they were hurt, man. I'd like to, whoever their special teams coach is, having them run it out all the time was a terrible decision. I loved it.
I'm sorry, this is totally fucking petty, but I liked how when Andrews was hurt on the field, the defense didn't give a fuck and was down there giving doing this. Roquan was making it rain.
Love it.
There was a different vibe tonight, wasn't there?
I mean, I hate to use this term because it's played out as fuck, but the defense had some swagger.
Yes.
They had a serious amount of swagger.
I think Jared said it. Jaquan set the tone for the whole defense with that pick. Really did.
But they were just from the jump. I mean, I just feel like the defensive line showed up. They were for real, and everybody fed off of that.
One guy I did not see was Angelo Blackson. Did he play tonight?
He played.
Did he?
Didn't
play.
Didn't make much of an impact. But
no, that's okay.
Jones did. Pennell did.
Well, you can't make that determination though. If he kept guys off our linebackers, he did his job.
Ooh, fair.
Pinell
count.
did
Yeah,
draw
I'd say.
that hold call that pushed them back even further. That
Mhm.
I think they ended up. Did they end up fumbling on that drive or something like that? I thought there might have been a turnover later in that drive. So
Was that the botch snap one?
yeah, it might have been it, but Jones. But don't hold me to that.
I felt a little bit bad for Andrews though. When Pinell was walking off the field, that's a large human. That's a very large human being.
Yeah, they're all really large.
Yeah, but Pinell in particular, man, that dude looked like the fucking Incredible Hulk.
You hate to see it.
Patriots don't even get called when they push Justin down out of bounds. Like
Yo, they
Oh,
fucking
the sandwich late hit on Justin.
holy
sandwich,
shit.
yep.
No.
Can you imagine? That was fucking crazy. He got rocked well after he threw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Are we gonna fucking call Dallas? What are we doing?
Let's
Yeah.
pick the Dallas game real quick.
Oh Jesus! I don't even know who's gonna
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
Did
I'm not- I
anybody,
don't-
did anybody pick the Bears last week out of us? Anybody?
Yeah, I did.
Ryan did.
I
Shout
sure.
out, Diddy. Shout out,
So
Diddy.
this is what we had.
He doesn't care about it.
No,
He has
because
a notebook.
Because he wins, now he's gonna drag our faces through our.
You know I'm fucking. You really think I care about this? Like a badge? Like let's start making little pins
Badge
for the
of
week.
honor?
I don't really give a fuck. If we
Dude,
don't
I
do this
was-
ever again, I'm fine.
I was gonna do the badge of honor. What the
But
fuck?
anyway, biscuits. You had 27-6
See how he
Patriots. AA Patriots 35-10. Jer
See-
Patriots 28-20, and myself Bears 24. Patriots 14.
Do you see how he is? Do you
Shout
see
out,
this?
Diddy.
Shut up,
It's not
dude.
about you guys. It's about the fuck the hatred I
about
have for
you.
the No, it's
Now,
about the
you and your
hatred.
correct prediction.
No,
That's what
No.
No,
it's
it's
about.
true. Diddy has never picked the Patriots once.
I
in this
hate the
show.
fucking Patriots, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diddy will never pick the Patriots. This is true, and he stuck to that. He stuck to it.
I hate them.
Yes, you should.
I just should.
This one felt really fucking good because all the fucks that I know that are from fucking Patriot fans.
Oh, you get to
Fucking
you get to strut around.
crickets.
We're the
Fucking
dirty
crickets,
Brady
bro.
lovers. Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
those Brady lovers.
Yeah, showing the shots of the crowd though, and seeing like I don't know, I don't want to stereotype people, but just looking at their faces, I'm like, yeah, they just look like smug assholes. So I know Diddy probably has to deal with on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
They're all dirty Brady lovers, and we have no respect for those
Lots
Well,
of late
the-
90s grunts in
Who's-
that
Who's
stadium.
that?
Brady lovers.
Who is that?
Tom Brady.
I don't think that's him out there. That's not Tom. That's
It doesn't matter,
they
but what-
shaved off
that-
two
that
He
skin.
ain't
fan
getting that
base-
top shelf no more.
That fan base is almost like the Golden State Warrior fan base.
Who, the Bucks or the Patriots?
The Patriots. Like
who?
in the mid 90s, early 90s.
Yeah, they weren't showing up for Tony Eason.
That's kind of disrespectful to the Oakland fans. You know, like because they had the whole "We Believe" years, and like they've
Steven
been a,
Jackson years.
Mm,
Steven Jackson Warriors.
yeah, like
Iguodala.
I mean they had I don't know. That's a good fan base. I'm not putting them in the same group as the.
They managed to stay in Oakland.
I mean,
40
to his
years.
point though, they definitely were not showing out like they have been these last 7-8 years.
They also just got no attention. I mean, but you think about
Parcells brought a lot of attention to the team.
he did.
He brought a lot of fans with him from New York too. So
Yeah,
the
but
mixture of Patriot Yankee fan is the worst fucking mixture of fucking fan ever. Like that's
They
the
both
worst
took-
fucking
Hold this
fan.
L.
Yeah, I mean, as a reformed Yankee fan, I can't imagine how annoying that would be. That would probably be someone.
It's like
I'd
getting
wanna-
swept by the
Shout out
Astros.
Yankees. Shout out.
Sweep,
Good
the big
season,
sweep.
guys.
Yeah, I want to see Dusty Baker win one, even though everyone hates the Astros. I'd like to see Dusty Baker win.
Hey, you know, it's the equivalent of this. It's equivalent
I'm
of like
serious.
that fan from the 90s at like the fucking Cowboys, Bulls, and Yankees.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Like,
the San Jose Sharks. They
Oh,
had
yeah.
they had the San Jose Sharks starter pullover. The fucking
Not gonna lie to that. That
the Cowboys
Sharks logo is
Cowboys
pretty sick.
starter pullover.
I mean, it was enjoyable. Like all three of those teams at the same time, though.
I mean, it's all right. Sports is entertainment. Like you don't have to flagellate yourself to be a sports fan. Like it's fine. You
Yes,
can
you
like
do. These colors run deep, bro.
people can fucking like different teams the way they like different TV shows. It's actually all right. But I agree.
It's not all right though. I'm not changing.
All right, fucking pick the game. I got I got Bears 24, Dallas 21.
Oh, he's all in.
Wow.
He is taking the
He's
cheese, my
all-
friends.
Bush
We're
juice
going to 4-4.
flowing through his
The
veins.
6-game
I
losing
think that
streak
I think
is
Dak
no
is gonna-
more.
I think Dak's gonna fuck up. I think the defense is gonna. I think that the Cowboys defense is
Bears
gonna play
24. What for the Cowboys?
24-21 Bears.
Wow.
I think that the defense is gonna get to Prescott.
Bears have surprised some Dallas teams in Dallas, too.
All right, Jay, what do you got?
Oh, 21-20 Cowboys. I don't like it.
Fade
I feel
Jared.
dirty for it.
Said fake chair.
Fade Jared.
All right, Biscuits, what do you got, man?
I got 26-13 Cowboys.
No.
Micah Parsons is a thing,
Sorry,
isn't he?
I
All right, say that again. 26. What was it?
26-13.
All right.
Fuck. That's
I hope.
disrespectful.
I just don't feel good about that.
It's disrespectful.
This is a pretty good defense they're running up against, and
I don't want to see Justin get hit by Micah Parsons too much.
that's what scares me. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Dallas 21, Bears 17.
Bro, I'm the only one that picked them.
Yeah.
Jesus. Huge.
I don't know why
Foose
we had to
just
do
got
this
you, my
tonight.
friend.
That's why I don't want to even do this tonight. I don't want to be negative. Just like enjoy this shit and like
Right.
move
Well,
on.
you can still be positive
Can't-
about it.
Damn it, Jer.
Sorry. Throw
The
shade.
the season hasn't been going well enough to like jump to the next week and we get a big W.
Yeah.
Well, it's also not gone well enough to where we're doing 2 and 3 shows, so
I was just trying to let it flow. So
it's all good.
back to reality really quickly. I love
Yes.
podcasting. Can't even freaking just enjoy one night of a fucking win.
I just feel, yeah, I mean, I feel like that the Eagle, they, you know, the Bears could do what the Eagles did to Dallas. Like, I think they can play a similar.
If you can run the ball and you run it consistently like you did tonight against Dallas, all bets are off, man.
I'm saying, like, you know, the Eagles, Hurts was 15 of 25 with 2 touchdowns.
Hurts
Wasn't
is like
like
your
me.
new Minshew.
Oh, he's loved Hurts. He loved Hurts straight out of the draft.
We wanted him drafted second
He
round.
watched
yeah.
him on
That's the
Fubo
move.
and
That's the
Dofu.
move.
Hell yeah, I'd
They
food
should
that
trade for
motherfucker up.
Minshew.
I'd food that fool.
Well, Hurts definitely has more freaking national pop
Hey,
than
you know what? Like,
the one who zaps.
fucking Dallas beat the Commanders.
You know what I would like to see early in the Dallas game is a lot of touches to Khalil Herbert instead of David Montgomery. I think it's if you can start a little bit quicker in this game on offense and maybe get Herbert to pop a big run, I'd like to see them run Herbert heavy early in that game.
I mean, honestly, though, I think you have to. Maybe you start out running right at Parsons, like.
It might be the answer. I don't know.
Yeah. You take it to him, yeah.
And then
I
you
want
play
to see
action.
some blasting game. I want to see some blasting
Dude.
game run.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Yeah, that's been weird. I don't, and I'm
He's
surprised
capable.
they still haven't gotten him in the mix a little more. Like I don't know what they're doing with that. I
His
think
blocking is on fucking point,
I think
though.
it's
Sure,
partially
but if
'cause-
you're bringing an extra tight end and have him come and receive a a pass out of the backfield, like
Yeah, I would love to
Yeah.
see him fake a block and
He showed that. Yeah, fade out to the flat and catch a
Yep.
ball.
yeah, I mean, I like the tight end screen things they did tonight, so I think you could do that with blasting game type of thing. I don't know.
I think Cole would be so much better once things are more consistent, like statistically.
Yeah, I mean, I think Justin still lacks a little bit of touch at times. He doesn't quite know how to like lead guys to help them get yak, and you know, like he's still
he gets excited and he makes throws and
just like he's trying to rip everything right now,
right.
and it's like shit needs to have a little more arc to it. You know, the ESB was definitely open in the corner of the end zone. Like
I'm gonna eat crow on that one. I'm gonna say I'm officially wrong, and I'm sorry to Diddy.
You don't have to apologize to me, bro.
No,
I didn't.
it's
I was totally
it's a
Homer Notre
stupid
Dame on him.
prediction.
So.
It's a
Yep.
stupid prediction. It's not a big deal.
He's played well.
He's played really well. Guy gets open. He's where he's supposed to be. He's
He
a good
blocks.
blocker downfield.
And he
Like,
blocks. He blocks like a
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Bucks his
shout out
ass off.
ESB. He has not been bad.
No, and
Nope.
he knows the offense.
I mean, the
so-
wide
but
receivers
he-
all block. We know Mooney's already been a good blocker.
What I'm saying, like, think about how much talent that Packers team had. That guy like him couldn't get any run when he knew the offense. He knew the offense that well. He would be a great number 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
you were never like
No,
Rogers.
he
was
wasn't
never like
putting him wide
Rogers
receiver
was
one.
never like pissed at him for being in the wrong place. Like
no.
it
What
wasn't-
I'm trying to say is, you know, the system works when a guy like ESB is when we lack talent, right? But like,
Yeah.
just because he knows the system gives him that much of an advantage. Like once guys start learning this thing, and you get better talent in here, I can see this. I can see this thing turning around once you actually add legit talent to it.
I gotta throw, and I know it is what it is, Diddy, but I gotta throw a little bit of shade at the Packers because fuck the Packers, they suck. They
Oh yeah,
definitely,
It's legitimate.
they're definitely like legitimately bad.
I can't wait for the Buffalo game, bro.
My
pretty amazing to
brother
see.
had a meltdown. I'm just
They got. I mean, that was as bad as I've seen them look ever. Maybe when they are in the Aaron Rodgers era.
It's over. It was good while it lasted. I see it all. Like
Heineke, brother, you got smoked by Heineke. Heineke,
I didn't
outplayed
want
Rodgers.
to see him come in. I was like, I'd take our chances with Carson Wentz.
Yeah, well, Carson Wentz-
Heineke, he's
Carson Wentz
sneaky.
does
Like
have
he'll
that.
come in and like put a hurting on you.
he's scrappy. You know, he's cerebral.
Right.
First one in, last one out.
Student of the game.
Bring your lunch pail to work kind of guy.
motor. Heineke's motor. I mean, I think I don't
No,
really make
come
talks
on.
about it enough.
Don't act like we wouldn't love Heineke here.
Oh, we would absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, fuck Aaron Rodgers back.
Absolutely.
Even though I have softened on him quite a bit as a player, I love to see it when he gets fucking smoked.
Amen.
All right, well, that's it. Fucking big win. It's nice to feel something nice about this team. It's
The rest
nice
of the
to
week
feel
will be
like-
sweet, man. Until Sunday.
Yeah, it's not to fucking no, fucking Bears are going to Dallas and coming back with fucking, you know, like a pelt,
Okay.
stealing the horns off of
I
Jerry
like it.
Cadillac.
That's what Flus does. Puts pelts on walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, be fucking,
Ball hawks everywhere.
Man, shit.
he's gonna go down there and steal fucking
Ooh, they're
Jerry
giving out
Jones.
t-shirts this week.
boss hog.
Oh,
Ball hawk.
You know who ain't getting no loafs?
Ooh,
That was
Eddie
one
Jackson
loaf.
got a loaf.
there was one loaf tonight. One loaf.
Eddie
Which-
Jackson.
On the
You got
Jacoby
a loaf.
Myers touchdown.
Yeah.
He was on the ground.
yeah.
Didn't touch him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb. You can't have it all.
No,
You can't have it all.
but you
Bears,
can have this loaf.
yes, here this delicious, moist,
Like a
crispy.
production team, we could have had an actual loaf right there when Jared did that.
Damn, one
Take
day.
notes. Take notes.
One day.
To add that.
All right, yeah, that's it, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. If you're listening on the podcast, we appreciate it. And if you're listening right now, shout out to you.
Shout out to the
Absolutely.
chat, BK, everybody else.
Shout out to the sin bin.
And Ben.
Where's that outro music? Production team?
Why are we doing shout outs? Man, you guys are.
Everybody just shout outs.
Hey, I thought you said you wanted to join tonight. Positivity, no negativity.
About the Bears, not about your corny asses.
Oh, sorry.
Alright.
I stay corny.
There it is.
Production music.
Production's
That's-
slow.
And that's just another episode of The Tailgate Show.
Who's feeding the ducks?
Duh, Belichick, bitch slap.
Oh, we're playing feeding the ducks right now.
The boats and hose quan. Getting after it.
Production value faded back out.